I've tried a profit first and it just doesn't work for me. I don't know how many bank accounts to have and how much cash I should have in each account. These are questions that we get from our clients every single day. You're listening to Business by the Books, the podcast that teaches you how to use your financials to manage your business, to grow a healthy, sustainable, and most importantly, profitable business. My name is Danielle Hayden. I'm the founder of Kickstart Accounting Inc, where we use bookkeeping as a vehicle to help business owners take control of their numbers. And I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs make informed financial decisions for over a decade. Now, today we're answering a question that my team brought to my attention. And they asked, how many bank accounts should our clients have? And why? How much cash should be in each account? This is a question that my team is getting day after day from our clients. So how many bank accounts should we have, especially if you're somebody who has tried profit first in the past and just felt like there was too much movement of money each and every direction? Now, I love Mike Michalowicz and I love the profit first method. However, the idea of moving money week over week or every 2 weeks was completely daunting and honestly, completely unrealistic for somebody like me. And so I get it when that approach doesn't work for cash management. So I have found an approach that has worked really well for me as a business owner and that I use with all of my clients. So I suggest having 3 accounts. Now, in the first account, this is going to be labeled a checking account. So when you go and open up the account with your bank, it is a checking account, a pure business checking account. Now, this is the account that all the sales are going to be deposited to, all of your income is going to come into, and all of your expenses, including payroll, credit cards, your loan, like all of those expenses, they're going to come right back out of that operating checking account. Now, you'll have 2 other savings accounts. Now, these can be high yield savings accounts if you can find them with your business and at your balance level. So it does depend on how much money you have in that savings account. So the other 2 savings accounts will be your tax savings account that you will transfer money into every month. Now, every single one of our Kickstart Accounting Inc. clients, they receive their snapshot, which is an easy to read document that walks our clients through how to use their numbers at a CEO level. In their snapshot, they receive what we call a tax reserve. If you are not a client of Kickstart Accounting Inc., you can ask your bookkeeper to pull the tax reserve for you. This is simply your net income multiplied by 25%. Now, this doesn't include what you will be paying in tax estimates to the IRS. This is what you are saving over and above your tax estimates. We see so many of our clients that are in hockey stick growth mode. They are growing year over year. So a lot of times our estimated tax payments from our CPA for the previous year are just not enough. And so they end up at the end of the year not having enough in their savings accounts. So this is the savings amount after you pay your estimated tax payments. So in this savings account, we will have 25% of our total net income year to date sitting in that savings account. So we are ready for tax season. In account number 3, it's another savings account. And this one I really consider a traditional rainy day fund. We like to have 1 to 3 months worth of operating cash in that third account. Operating cash includes your average monthly operating expenses, plus your average monthly debt payments, plus your average monthly owner's draws. Now, if something happens, you get sick or you're not able to work, maybe you take a long extended vacation, it's really important that you can continue to pay your debt payments and owner's draws. That's something a lot of people forget because it's hidden on that balance sheet, the less popular financial statement. So we want to have 3 months worth of operating cash. And again, that is your monthly average operating expenses plus your monthly average debt payments plus your monthly average owner's draws. And you'll have 1 to 3 months worth in that account. Now, I always like to remind people, if you are gaining traction in your business and you are growing, it's going to be really difficult for you to have 3 months worth of savings in that savings account. So as your payroll grows, as your operating expenses grow, you may only have 1 month's worth of savings in that account. So as your business grows and has stabilized, you might not have as much cash parked there. And is that really the best use of cash? So as you grow, you might only have 1 month worth of operating expenses. But if you're a solopreneur or somebody who the business really relies on the owner, I would suggest having closer to 3 months. That way, if something happens to you, you're able to continue to sustain the business. So again, 3 simple accounts that we are only transferring money to 1 time per month. And honestly, once you have enough money in that rainy day fund, you don't need to continue to contribute to that account. You'll contribute till you reach that amount, and then you'll check in on the operating cash amount like every quarter. So you don't have to constantly be moving money to and from that account. You'll move the money to that savings account and then leave it there. We'll get back to the show in 1 second, but real quick, are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed by your finances? Do you find yourself wishing you had more control and understanding over your money? Managing your business finances can often feel like navigating a ship through a storm without a compass. But what if instead you could master your business finances in just 5 days? With the confidence to manage your money, make informed decisions for financial stability, and implement strategies to increase your profitability effortlessly. And that's exactly why the 5-day video bootcamp was created. It's a comprehensive course designed to empower you with the foundations for financial success. Throughout the bootcamp, you'll learn the foundations, how to manage costs for profitability, evaluate investments for growth, and avoid common financial pitfalls. So if you're ready to take charge of your financial journey and rewrite your success story, head over to esuite.co/5-day bootcamp or click the link in the show notes and sign up for the bootcamp today. Okay, back to the show. Now the tax savings is a little bit different because we want to be looking at it every single month. You're going to look at your snapshot, find that tax reserve number. And that's the number that we want to have in that number 2 tax savings account. And that number will fluctuate month over month, depending on how your business is doing year to date. So those are the 3 accounts that we suggest you have. Now, the next question most people ask is, well, where do I open these accounts? What is the best bank to bank with? Now, overall, as a team, we all agree that Chase is hands down the easiest bank for us to work with. Chase has made it so easy for us to manage the QuickBooks integration, for you to be able to add users and account management and protection for you as a business owner. Now, Chase has not jumped on the bandwagon yet for a high yield savings account for business owners. So as business owners, you may choose a separate bank for your savings accounts. So you might have Chase as your primary operating account and then choose a separate bank for those savings accounts. I did quite a bit of research and talked to my team about what their favorite banks are. And the one thing I heard over and over again is that there's some banks who have gotten really fancy, like Relay and Ally, where they have created what they call groups. Consider them groups or savings buckets. Now, although the concept of this was really attractive when it first came out, it doesn't quite sync with QuickBooks the way that we would like it to. And it makes it very difficult to actually reconcile your account. So unless you love the idea of buckets, and even if you love the idea of buckets, I would recommend opening up an additional savings account and move that money to a high yield savings account rather than having that cash or those savings parked in a checking account that you're not going to be earning interest on and having those confusing saving buckets. So again, hands down, Chase is our favorite. However, I'm going to link in the show notes a few other banks who have been absolutely amazing to work with throughout the years. And this episode is going to be static. However, I know that more and more banks are going to be offering high yield savings accounts. For instance, American Express is offering savings, Capital One, Mercury, and this is very different for businesses than it is for personal. So there are so many banks out there that offer a high yield savings account for personal accounts that do not offer them for business. Now, before you get tempted, I want to remind you, you cannot use a personal savings account for your business savings. If the account is in your personal name, then when you transfer that money, it is considered an owner's draw. And all my S Corp friends out there, you cannot take an owner's draw until you've paid yourself enough through salary. We have to pay ourselves a reasonable compensation. You can go back and listen. We will link the episode to reasonable compensation and what it means to become an S Corp, again, in the show note. If this account is in your personal name, it will then be considered an owner's draw. So please make sure that all 3 accounts are sitting in your business name and business tax ID number so that you're not confusing any draws or any additional tax issues for yourself. So this is your homework. I want you to go and open up your savings accounts. Hopefully you'll be able to find a high yield savings account and communicate with your bookkeeper. They can help you find the right amount for your tax reserve and for your 3 months worth of operating cash savings. If you need help with these numbers, go to kickstartaccountinginc.com and book a call. We are happy to be your resource. And if you are a current client, I encourage you, email your team right now, ask for this information, and book your monthly call. We want to talk to you. I have a favor to ask. If you have gotten any value from this show and you want the show to continue to grow and keep providing you with strategies for financial growth and efficiency, simply leave us a rating and review if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. Those reviews really go a long way in attracting more listeners, and honestly, they really make my day. So if you're feeling up to it, we'd love to see a rating and review from you. Either way, thanks so much for listening to the show.